training today is for you to hear something different to what you're hearing from all the other business mentors. This is about the secret that millionaires know about how you can bend reality to your desires and create quantum leaps. Because the thing I know about quantum leaps is, and the thing that goes way against the language of it as well, is a quantum leap it happens and it's fast and you move and things shift and things change and it's wild, but they'll only happen when you have an integrated process of creating within yourself, accessing within yourself what you need for that quantum leap to happen, right? And that doesn't have to be a long, drawn-out process, but there's certain parts to it that you might not be integrating into what you're doing now to make money. Might not be prioritizing as important right now, right? Because you've all got the to-do list. But if you're here right now and you're working too hard to get either what you have or to create what you want, if you're right now on an income roller coaster where maybe one month you earn this, another month you earn that, and there's no predictability and there's no scale, and maybe there's an income plateau. I had just a beautiful conversation in my mastermind this morning with one of my clients who made her first scale in December. And then after that, what happened was what I see a lot, right? You make money and then you shrink back. You make money and then you go back to where you were before, or maybe even backwards. And this had happened in January. Loads of shit had come up. Loads of fear had come up. But because we worked through what I call the quantum leap method, we were able to take every single one of the things that came up and work through them. And this month she hit her income targets again. And there's no doubt in her mind that next month she'll hit her income targets again. And the next month, and it will scale and it will be continual because she's been working out those things that have been blocking her making money for the whole of her life, right? So if you're on that income roller coaster and you want to get off, or you're in an income plateau, and you also want to take yourself out as the condition to making money. I'm just back from 2 months. Look at my tan. Look at my tan! 2 months. These are my holiday guns. These are from burpeeing in Mexico, right? 2 months out of my business. I was able to take 2 months out of my business and nothing has changed, right? Nothing has changed. I also experienced I've shared with you in the group, and I'm going to do a training on this as well about what I learned, a fraudulent chargeback right before we left, which froze my payment gateway and took 20 grand out of my account. And I still managed to go on holiday for 2 months. Now, there's a way that I can be that lucky, right? Again, I shared a reel yesterday to be the lucky girl. Is it luck? Is it mindset? No, it's your energy. It's frequency. It's everything that you're made up of. And so one of the big beliefs that we have that actually blocks us is that we are the condition to that money happening, right? We in our action are not. We in our attraction absolutely are. And, you know, manifestation is a process of creation, attraction, but also release as well. We've got to let some of these ideas go that are keeping you blocked. And then this is the final thing, if you're here and, you know, when I said Mexico, your eyes popped up and, you know, your ears pricked up and you were like, yes. You want to be doing more of your own life scale goals. What is a life scale goal? You know, instead of hustling down, grinding down, consistently trying to make your income scale, you're scaling your life experiences. You're expanding your life experiences. Maybe it's like me and it's travel, impact. My book is about to launch. You know, just even, you know, life with my children, having that freedom of time, the choice to know where you want to be and how you want to use that time. Any of those problems are your problems right now, give me a yes in the comments, because I'm going to help you to work through them in this training. So this training, this secret that the millionaires know, and you know, one of the reasons that they realize it is because they get to a place of space and abundance and they get to reflect on what it is that's creating it, right? What if we can absolutely reverse that process and have that piece at the start? So you lay down a foundation, you unlock your abundance code, And you make that quantum leap even faster because you're integrating the things that you need to do to have that happen. Just checking my little list. So that's what I teach you in my book. The book that's coming up, it's launching in just a week. I teach you how to lay that foundation, do what I call awakening your miracle frequency, because it is easier than you think to have it all. We have this like negativity bias in the human conditioning. It's like we almost always go to the hardest way. We go to the grind. We go to the bad news before we go to the good news. And we resist things being good. In my mastermind, in the mastermind that I'm in, one of the masterminds that I'm in the other day, somebody said their biggest problem right now was actually letting go of the hustle. Now that they can unplug from their business. Every day they've got this fight on their hands to unplug, relax, not try and take control. And that's crazy, right? You've been praying all your life for this extra time. But have you? What have you been praying with your energy? Your energy might be praying in shitloads to do on your to-do list because the to-do list gives you validation that you're worthy, right? That's how we go through the school system. We get marked, we get graded. That's what it's like being in a job. We do the work, we get the pay. And that's what creates those false economies of security, right? Well, if I work, I get paid. If I show up, I get the check at the end of the week. And sometimes, like me, you have a life experience that obliterates those beliefs, shatters those paradigms. I was made redundant at 6 months pregnant, lost all my maternity leave. And I was like, boom, shit, well, that was never true. There's no security there. And when that belief was shattered, that paradigm was shattered, I then got up and created my own business, started the path to where I am now, right? But what if you can shatter those beliefs without having something on the outside shatter them for you? Because you will have so many of them that are conditioning you to a way of making money that isn't your truth or even the truth, right? And that's what we talk about in the book. That's what I talk you through in the book. The book is in 3 parts. The first part is all about my story and why you should trust what I say and what I have released and how I've released it. The middle book is about your present. It's about the situation that you're in right now and the truth of it. And then the future, the third part is the future. It's the future possibility. It's what you get to unleash if you take the steps that I show to you in the book. And the cool thing is that the book gives you everything that you need for free. And next week, you're going to get a possibility. You're going to get the opportunity to get the book for free as well. Give me a hands up down in there. Give me a woo, give me a wave, give me a firebomb, give me something. If you would be excited to get my book, Awaken Your Miracle Frequency, it's easier than you think to have it all. Get that absolutely free, right? That is the foundation. And then if you come to work with me in my programs, that's when I take you through my Awakened Wealth Blueprint. Come into my mastermind. I work with you through that blueprint that actually helps you to unleash a millionaire brand, a millionaire business by unleashing your inner millionaire, right? Because it's actually the inner millionaire that makes the choices that creates the millionaire lifestyle, that goes through the discomfort of growth and change, that goes through the inertia of choosing a different way in the moment, even though it doesn't feel familiar or comfortable. You know, puts himself out there. This client who had this income scale, you know, one of the big parts of that income scale has not been me giving her the social media strategy. She knew that. But she was limiting herself in her words, in her expression, in her brand, in her leadership. She was fearing being called out as saying something wrong, being called out and being put in a position that didn't make her feel comfortable. So a massive part of her income scale has simply been her ability to express herself, her ability to stand in the power of her message. And that's who I work with. Light leaders who stand on the most incredible messages, who believe something that absolutely will change the world, that is not something that goes around interfering with stuff on the outside and hoping that that will make the change that we want to see in the world. It works on the inside and transforms in here, because it's who you are, how you show up, the beliefs that you have that are consistently creating what you have as a reality, right? That is how you bend reality, is when you start to shift you and learn the ways, these powerful ways, which I'm going to share with you in a minute, that you do that every single day and really, really quickly. So just quickly, I'm going to put a poll up. I want you to let me know. Is this training just what you needed right now? You can have a minute to vote just to let me know I'm on the right track, making these trainings super helpful for you. You know, I want you to understand if you are struggling, if you are experiencing problems we all have as entrepreneurs, right, is the income block. You know, it's like you know, the question, what do I do next? What's my next step? What's the next magic strategy that's going to solve this plateau I have? But the truth is that you're the magic, right? Any strategy that you apply, usually maybe with sometimes a little tweak, will create success on the other side. There's actually two parts to running a successful business, isn't there? It is the frequency of who you are plus a strategy that creates success. Or maybe we don't even need any strategies, right? Maybe we don't even need them. Because that is the beauty of creation, and when you unleash your creative power, you get to choose. If you see something as you know, worthy of success and able to succeed, it will succeed. It's whatever you believe it to be. Where we need to create the shifts within you is in this scarcity place. You know, what is it in you that believes that there is a scarcity of you, or a scarcity of, you know, money or whatever? It's like a blueprint on the inside that it's not a millionaire, it's not abundance, it's not wealth. It's shrunken, and it's damaged, and it's, you know, frightened, and it's praying through that energy for the situations that you have. What was really remarkable about the situation that I had with that fraudulent chargeback, and the reflection that I had, was that I called that in with my own belief system. I've been holding a pot of money for, you know, just in case. And I asked myself, and the timing of it as well, right? I went through that experience in the exact time that I'd been protecting myself from, right? Which has always been that underlying fear. Well, what if I go and I have these massive life experiences and I say yes to my yes, and I, you know, create all this, what if? And so I'd held this little pot of money, and suddenly the little pot of money disappeared. Stripe was frozen down, wasn't getting paid by my clients, wasn't getting, you know, didn't have the safety net. And I realized that my own belief system of needing a safety net had created a situation that had been unsafe. But in the moment, I had a choice as to how to respond to that, right? I could go into the victim of it, or I could stand in my creative power and actually lean on the empowering beliefs that I am creating, that I'm always divinely held and supported, that the universe only ever puts us through things for our growth. And I use the whole thing to my advantage, right? I learned how to navigate a situation like that, protect myself from one in the future. And I get to teach you guys that. You know, I got to see in, you know, like practice, how you don't have to construct and outline and control where the next piece of money comes from. Money showed up from all sorts of weird and wonderful ways, as it has since I awakened my miracle frequency in the first place. And I share so many of these experiences in the book. If you're lacking trust, that's where you're going to find it, is to read my story, read what has happened to me, you know, or through me. It will help you to believe potentially where your scarcity is, in that faith, in that belief, you know, in the scarcity of the beliefs, if that makes sense. And you will start to understand how those two things knot together, right? For me, it's all about having something that's simple and clear, you know, an easy way to communicate to people, to put myself out there, and being in the energy where my creativity is unleashed and I'm feeling inspired every day and energized to show up. And, you know, that put together is just abundantly, you know, it's fizz bombs, right? It's fireworks. So what if I teach you to awaken your miracle frequency, and you believe, as I believe, from there every strategy will work, right? That if that means you could choose my strategy, that means you could choose somebody else's strategy. But I actually have the belief that you will come straight back to me because of the experience that you'll have awakening that miracle frequency, because of the opportunity it'll open up for you to bring these things into your business that you haven't thought of yet. You know, accessing altered states of consciousness at will every single day, so that you can see different perspectives of things. You can access intel as to your way forward. You know, what about, you know, working with your body? I just came back from Mexico, 4-day retreat where we were fully in the body, healing, awakening, accessing ancient wisdom. What if you're then suddenly excited about the idea that your body can work for you, and that there's certain things that you can do to heal your nervous system, create powerful somatic imprints that activate your magnetism, and also, you know, heal the trauma that's hanging on, creating those belief systems in the first place. I believe that you'll come back to me because you'll be super excited about this, but I also don't need you to either, right? It's that detachment, it's that attachment to the impact. To me, the book has become the thing that feels so powerful and important, because it's the thing that you will hold in your hands and you will read and you will absorb and you will know to trust that there's an alternative to the picture your mind has been setting for you. You know, like the emotion that was coming through me writing the final edit of this book, to think, you know, this is going to change people's minds. You know, this is literally going to have them feel differently about how they go forward, and how easy it can be, how we do attach ourselves to this hustle paradigm because of the limiting things that we believe about ourselves and the things that we've been conditioned to believe. And, you know, a simple book can change all of that, give a path forward that is different, and start bringing people back to their inner transformation. Like, one of the big ahas I had in my journey of writing this book, or during the time I was writing this book, is that if I truly want to make a difference to the rainforests, and originally the book was written that every single person that reads it, a tree will be planted to help to save and preserve and conserve a little piece of rainforest that I work with in Brazil. And that felt so important. Get the book into so many hands, right, so that this tree can be planted. And I realized the essence of the force in that, and that it wasn't needed. Because when you go on that journey of transformation, when you come back to the truth of yourself, when you go through the journey of raising your consciousness, you know, lifting into this higher consciousness, you cannot help but become a more kind, compassionate version of yourself. You cannot help but create space to see so much more that you didn't see before, to make more conscious choices, more aligned choices. And the message from Spirit was clear, that if I bring inner peace to more people will bring kindness to the land. Again, there's no need to force. I was invited to see another perspective, another way to create change in the world, and I accepted it. And, you know, I invite you to explore the same. It's like, what can you shift within you that gives you access to these gifts that you have, these soul talents, the reason you've had every experience in your life, the reason why you have your story, to be able to go and lead in some way, help other people in a way that isn't you trying to heal your own trauma by fixing somebody else. I used to do that. You know, it's not the easiest way, and it can be easy. And I believe with that ease that some of the things that we're seeing in the climate even will start to change. It's like the climate's reflecting all this bitterness and ickiness within us right now. Do you think? The weather almost reflects the level of consciousness we're holding as a collective, and that is our mission as light leaders, is to lift that consciousness. And that requires us taking that transformation journey ourselves, really going deep. So the book is about to launch in a week, actually. There's going to be a big VIP launch. You are going to get the book for free. You are going to get a bonus access to the Quantum Leap portal, the brand new portal. And, you know, in the portal, there's resources that my clients have created 25 to 30K shifts in a week using. So really, the value of this little book, the value of this access to this portal, it's worth potentially 25 to 30K. It's your 5 figures, right? So you don't want to miss out on this. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be supporting each other. I'm going to be inviting you to share with me, what is it that you're doing? Where do you want to support people? And what is the support that you want yourself? Like, let's create a movement towards awakened wealth. It's all going to be kicking off here in the Facebook group. Invite people if you feel this book's going to be helpful to them. Make sure that you give them an invite to the group, get them in so that they can be part of the launch. And if you want me to tag you on the launch, if you want me to make sure that you don't miss anything, then please click or write yes please down in the comments. So I hope this has been helpful. I am looking forward to getting back to doing these every week, and I wish you a beautiful day.